Good morning, friends. August 29th. Feeling a little better. Still have some effects of my cold, but I'm gradually getting better. And I'm out for a training run that I was super excited about, and everything already got all messed up. So, I'll tell you where I am right now. Grafton Notch in western Maine, the most western part of the Appalachian Trail here. And what I was going to do, actually park in New Hampshire and just do this section and come out, finish here, 18 and a half miles, and Brandon was going to pick me up and take me back to my vehicle. Well, the road that I was taking to get there ended up being washed out and I couldn't get through. And of course I have no internet, my GPS, I couldn't put anything new into my GPS. And I looked on the map and it looked like it was well over an hour for me to take another route to get there from here, which means I'd be starting awfully late. Getting back, I'd be finishing the dark, which isn't the end of the world, but I actually have to work later, so yeah, that wouldn't work because I'm cutting it close already. So, and I'd never done the further over section. I was super looking forward to it, but I just parked here and I'm going to go out and back. So I'm going to be going through the Mahoosuc range, where we have what's known to be the hardest mile of the Appalachian Trail. The whole range is pretty crazy technical. A lot of climbing too, but it is so crazy technical. That 1 mile, I was looking at the Strava segment, and the fastest woman on there was like 41 minutes to get through there. It's real tough getting through Mahoosuc Notch. So I'm definitely going to be filming that. And I hope to get about the same distance. Good 8. I had 18 and a half planned, so something like that. The big news is that I got into a race. So I didn't think there was any chance I'd get in. I was 24th on the waiting list, and there were only 72 entrants. I don't know if that's their limit or what. And they let 5 people in, and I was one of them. It's a last man standing event, and it's in 5 weeks. I'm pretty excited about it. I really wanted to do this one as my first last man standing. It takes place in New Hampshire. I know I'm not going to be in the shape I would be if I hadn't been injured and sick. But my training's been, this past week my training's actually started to get a little better. And still got time for a few good long days like today. And yeah, gonna get some miles in. Just do the best I can. I may not be a champion at that race, but that's the type of thing that I do good at. It's just going and going and going without breaks. So I think I'll do fairly well, even though my training's been crappy. So I'm heading up Old Spec Mountain right now, one of the highest mountains in the state, which I've climbed many times. And from there, I will do a crazy descent to Spec Pond. This is a pretty boring climb up this, so I won't film a lot. I'll check back in when I start descending. Current situation in the clouds. Trail dropped off the face of the earth. I did this last year, and this section was super, super challenging when it was dry, and everything's wet and slick right now, so it's going to be slow going through here. Going on 4 miles in. First 3.25 miles was the climb up Old Spec, which was challenging as always, and slow going because it was wet. Alright, I made it down that descent. It was pretty hairy. There was a lot of crawling. Saw some other hikers, some through hikers, and they were really struggling too. So I made it down to Spec Pond, which is a pond I've not fished, but it's kind of killing me that I haven't. It's awesome brook trout fishing. carry on. Trails are just so slick. It's beautiful though. Honestly, being in the clouds and the fog this morning with the dampness on everything has just been absolutely beautiful. Let's see, I'm getting close to halfway to my turnaround, my plan to turn around. Whether or not that'll happen remains in question. My pace isn't great, but I mean, my pace is fine, except that I have to go through Mahoosuc Notch both ways, which is going to be extremely slow. So, and how slow it is depends on whether or not things really start drying out here. They haven't started drying out yet at all. We're not going to get any sun. It is windy. So I think eventually this is going to start drying out a little bit. And that would help me move along. So farthest I've gone in this direction is probably about a mile from here. Then I'm actually going to be in new territory, which I'm excited about. So I'm going to enjoy the view of this pond, and maybe I'll actually get a little running in. I know it gets a little easier here for a little bit. I'm making my way down after climbing up to Mahoosuc Arm. Rocks upon rocks upon rocks that are super slippery. It actually started to rain. Got a little rain coming in, which is unfortunate. I'm definitely not going to make it to where I had planned to turn around, which is disappointing, but you know, I've been out here not quite this far. I'm a little further than I've ever been, and the difference in dry conditions and wet conditions and speed is just a huge difference. If I went to where I was going to turn around, I'd be out here at least a couple hours longer than I need to be. I have to get back home. But I'm going to keep going a little more, get down this treacherous climb, where I will be officially at Mahoosuc Notch, and see how far I can make it through the notch before I gotta turn around and come back up. It is beautiful though. I'm really enjoying it. I love all the moss through the woods, and the mist just looks really pretty. So the rain's a little more than it looked like it was going to be, but it looks like it'll be done in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to get a little wet, but I guess I'll dry out after. I should be just about to what is officially Mahoosuc Notch. I'm not entirely certain how far in I'm going to go based on the conditions in this rain. I'm not going to do anything unsafe. I really want to get through it, which timing-wise, I should be able to get through it and turn around and make it back in decent time. But I'm going to see. There's a couple of hikers ahead of me, and I'm going to keep my eye on them and how they're doing. Not entirely certain how I'll know exactly when I'm officially in Mahoosuc Notch, but I should be on its doorstep. Well, I'm definitely in Mahoosuc Notch now. As you can see from this trail, you could call this treacherous. It is definitely treacherous when it's wet. A couple minutes ago I said there was a couple of hikers in front of me. I was going to see how they do, but I ended up catching them and passing them. And in my Bigelow's video that I made 9 days ago, I saw them. I recognized their voices, which was pretty cool. Older couple, definitely from the south, seem to be having a good time. They're appreciating the rain. I may not be, but that's okay. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I knew it was going to be tough, treacherous, and slow going, but I wanted to see this uniqueness of God's creation in Maine. He made some tough terrain. I do wish I'd brought my poncho because starting to soak through, and my jacket's water resistant, but not waterproof. It's been doing okay, but oh, it is muddy. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, these bushes, now I'm really soaked. Wow. That's a lot of mud. I've been seeing far more mud than we normally have in August. I mean, Maine's muddy. You're gonna get some mud everywhere, but usually by August things are pretty dry. But we have been getting more rain than normal, so I guess that would explain it. Yeah, some of this would be a lot more fun to climb. Actually, it would be pretty fun if it was dry. But this is, yeah, you don't have to be rescued out of here because, how do you do that? I imagine there have been plenty of rescues out here, but you're going to be out here for a long time. It takes hours just to, there's no short way out here. I can't imagine having to carry somebody over all this. Wow, this is pretty cool. I'm glad I didn't chicken out. It did cross my mind, but regardless of weather or how far I'm getting today, with my races I have this fall, I need time on my feet. I need the training bad. So even if I'm going slow, it's still good. You know, I'm glad I'm small. Wow, this is just phenomenal. Well, that's what I get for buying cheap. I don't want to stay put. That's all right. This is cool. Wow. There's no good way to go. There's no good way to go anywhere here. Okay, there's an arrow down there. And it looks like there used to be one there, which is good because I would have gone over the top. So I have to go in there. Okay. I have to go through this. This is intimidating, to be honest, but I'm gonna do it. dry in here. Wow. Okay. Huh. And the arrow goes that way. Okay, good. And then where? So this is what they call the hardest mile of the Appalachian Trail. Guess I go that way. Or do I? Oh God. Was I supposed to go over that? I don't know what I want to do. Back up, I guess. I just didn't want to go over the top of that because it's slippery. Let's see. I might be able to get around it a different way. Because, yeah, I'm going to go back down and around because that is not... let's see, what does it look like down there? Oh, a lot better. Yep, way better. Backtrack a little. Yeah, I just got my foot soaked. The one foot that was dry is now soaked. Holy crap. How do you get through here? I guess you have to go over that. Okay, let me try this again. Or I'm just gonna have to climb up that. Actually, you know, this actually isn't even slippery at all because it's rough rock. So, all right. Use my hands, I'll be fine. I hate letting go. Oh, it's not even slippery. I'm just panicking for no reason. It's because it looks slippery. Holy crap. Don't friggin' fall in there. All right. So this is why it takes people an hour to do this mile. Jeez. Don't fall in there either. Just don't fall. So I've got my hands, both hands, occupied, holding something at all times. Keep my eye on the time. I don't have too long before I have to turn around regardless of where I am. Okay. Mother of God. Yep, I'm not going that way, so I am squeezing through this. And while being very small is an advantage here, being taller would also be an advantage. Okay. They don't have a lot of blazes through here. I mean, it's obvious I'm on the trail. There's footprints. Everything's muddy, but it's just not well blazed through here. It would be helpful if it was. Yeah, oh, hey, there's an old place. I can understand why somebody doesn't want to come out and place this. That would take you a while. You can hear water underneath these rocks. Oh, good God. Safe place for my foot. Safe place for my foot. Okay. And another one. There's a stream running under the rocks. I don't know if you can tell, but off to the side there, it actually gets a little deep. Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this in the rain, as if. This is the most difficult section of the Appalachian Trail. It's nothing but boulders in the rain when everything's wet and slippery. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah. Holy cow. And I gotta come back through. Most people are just going one way. A little over half an hour. I'm gonna have to turn my camera off for a little bit, or I'm gonna have way too long of a video. And I also want to take some pictures. Oh Lordy. Spider webs. There's gotta be some killer spiders in these rocks. Not killer as in actually kill you, but you know, huge, dangerous, scary. I'd hate to know how far I've gone. I'm not looking at my watch. Probably pathetic. Oh, that was way better. What happens if I get up here? Am I trapped? No, I'm not. Oh, but I'm gonna sit on this and be, ooh, that's uncomfortable. That's wet. see what's ahead here. More of the same. I'm gonna pause this for a little bit and I'll bring it back up when it gets interesting again. Coming up to just a little more open here. And the rain's at least slowed down, so I thought I'd try to film here. That's pretty awesome. Oh, this is a sucky rock. I can climb up the side, I think. Looking at my distance, I can't remember exactly when I started, but I'm well over halfway through this, actually. Let's see how much further I can get. Nope, not that way. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I don't have my strap over my phone. I'd rather it didn't fall into one of those holes. Oh, God. Okay. What the heck? Does that arrow point to that little hole? That's not real, right? It does. Is that a joke? No, that's the trail. Okay. Wow, so now I'm going to go through here. This is kind of comedic right now. Okay, but it's dry in there. It's kind of scary, though. Honestly, it kind of scares me. I'm not huge on small spaces, but this is maybe the one time I'll ever do this. This is crazy. Oh, I see where I come out. Okay. Or do I go that way? This way looks better. Or is the trail over there? I don't know. Seems all the same. This is insane. Oh. And I'm out. Fun on the Maine Appalachian Trail. And that stream bubbling. Up here? Nope. Wow. Oh, I don't want to look at that. 55 minutes. That's okay. They say it's supposed to be 1 mile an hour, so I'm faster than average, I guess. Well, somebody lost their strap, so they got stuck. Well, this one looks really challenging. Okay, I can do this. put both feet there. I have a hold where it's secure. Both hands. And do what exactly? I want to go that way, but it's wet. So I may need to drop down there, which looks really stupid, but that'll work. I can grab, hold, slide. Ta-da. Oh, at least that rain slowed way down. I don't need to get any more soaked than I am. And it's kind of funny today. It hasn't rained. Like a 2-hour rain shower. It's all the rain for the day. And it just happens that it's when I'm doing this section. You know, not any other time that would have been perfectly fine. I guess here. Oh, come on. Is that secure? Yep. No. There's gonna be a lot of sliding down this stuff on the way back. Oh. Wow. There's a roaring stream there. Huh. Didn't see any of it. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. How much time I got left? 17 minutes. Before I absolutely have to turn around. Okay. Slightly more calm. Maybe I'm getting most of the way through. So I'm just about out. Back out. I made it essentially all the way through. Probably not to the official end, but there wasn't much left at all. So, hoping week after next I've got a day, and if the weather's good, I want to start over the New Hampshire border. Just have to leave really early because I'll have to take a much longer route than the route that I tried to take this morning. And come into where I turned around and back out. And then I'll have that entire section of the AT done. I wanted this summer to finish up all the little bits and pieces I haven't done. I've done almost all of it in Maine, but not quite gonna get to them all. So hopefully next year I will. But I've got, I got a long way to go. Got, a little under 7 miles, 6.5 or so. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And I'm a little cold now because I'm drenched, but I'm gonna start up this very steep climb to Mahoosuc Arm. I don't think I'll be cold anymore once I get going. And the rain has stopped. Yay. And the birds are singing. And my belly's grumbling. Time to get a snack. Just stopped and took a break at this old worn out sign for a side trail. It was down around the pond. I had to change my socks and dig out some potato chips. The 2-mile climb up Mahoosuc Arm was arduous. It was just a long climb. Slipped and slid around, as did other hikers, but I've got a little short distance to the pond, less than a mile, and I've got that nasty little climb up, and then hopefully on the way down it'll be dried out a little. I may be being overly hopeful about that, but keep going. Quiet and peaceful. And wet. Oh! I'm back. Time to go home, yay. That was a very long day. Things never dried up. It was slippery the whole way, and every single person I encountered was really struggling with falling down. But it was a really cool experience. And I'm trying to figure out how I can come back and do the other end already. You know, I didn't get quite the distance I wanted, but I got the time on my feet, which is the most important thing for my training. So let's see if next week I can do the rest of this.